Good evening, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again for your third and final video blog for June 27th, 2014, a Friday evening in Bellacca. The sun's going down, and it was a nice day, and it's going to be a perfect weekend. Temps in the 80s with low humidity, which is perfect summer weather. I'm still getting a lot of good feedback about my video blogs and stuff, and it's real positive. I've been doing this for about 3 weeks, and I've been banging out anywhere between 3 to 6 video blogs a day, which I like to do. Mainly my video blogs is usually a special subject and a nomination for a person's Sports Hall of Fame, whatever it could be, basketball, football, baseball, hockey, or WWE, and the third one is personality profile, usually, but sometimes I might add up for sports issues, or if somebody passes away, or if it's a special subject, a breaking news subject, I'll do it. And it's been real good doing these videos so far. So any Facebook friends or YouTube followers, if you have any suggestions about a subject that you want on the podcast, on the video blogs, PM me, and I will be more than be able to do it. I will not talk about anything that has to do with religious subjects or politics or anything that's personal. I will not do it. And I'm having a big following on Facebook and YouTube. It's my empire's continuing to grow on here, and it's good. I don't do any crazy stuff on here, and you'll never see me do something that's ridiculous or embarrassing to myself. I just won't do it just for attention, because it's not me. Okay? And on to my final subject of the night. It's my personality profile one, and it's about somebody to do with money. Money. It's about the $1 million man, Ted DiBiase. Ted DiBiase was one of the most famous WWE superstars from 1987 to 1993, and his gimmick was he was truly the $1 million man. His famous quote was, "Everybody's got a price for the $1 million man." And this character was so big. He was a millionaire in the storylines, but really he wasn't. But it was a character created by him and Vince McMahon, and it was one of the most popular heels of the WWE for 6 years. Ted DiBiase came from a wrestling background. His mother and father were both professional wrestlers. His father, Iron Mike DiBiase, wrestled for so many years back in the 50s and 60s, and he passed away in a wrestling match back in 1969 at the age of 47. His mother, Helen, was a women's wrestler back in the 50s and 60s. Ted DiBiase started his wrestling career in the mid-70s. He mainly wrestled in regional promotions like the Mid-South, Georgia Championship Wrestling. He actually had a stint in the WWF back in 1979. He was introduced as a North American champion, and then around Ted DiBiase was even considered to hold the NWA World Championship back in 1981, but Jim Crockett voted against it because he wanted his boy, Nature Boy Ric Flair, to win the NWA World Champion, and Ted DiBiase hated Jim Crockett for doing that. And then Ted also became very big in Mid-South and UWF, and in 1987 he became the $1 million man. Ted DiBiase, the $1 million man. When he was brought into the WWE, he had promos where he was with like a servant or like his assistant, Virgil, who was like a African American guy who was actually a preliminary wrestler in the WWE before, and he would chauffeur him around. He was like his limo driver, and in the skits, they showed him going to hospitals, emergency room, and trying to get service because of a cut toenail, no, cut fingernail, and the emergency room didn't want to do the service, so he offered him hundreds of dollars and paid him off. Another time was a honeymoon suite where he requested, but it was occupied. He paid him off, and then other ones, he paid off a swimming pool party. It was so funny, very funny. And he did other skits for people get paid off money, bouncing a little kid bouncing balls. Once, if they could bounce 10 times, once they reached 9, he would kick it. Or when they would bark like a dog, they barked so hard, but the $1 Million Man didn't want to give the money to him. Ted DiBiase wanted most to buy the WWE World Championship off of Hulk Hogan back in late 1987, but Hogan refused to sell it to him. Then Ted DiBiase purchased the contract of the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant, from Bobby the Brain Heenan, and the match was set for the main event on February 5th, 1988, but in the contract, if Andre beat Hogan, he would give the WWE Championship to Ted DiBiase. And on February 5th, 1988, Andre the Giant beat Hulk Hogan in a match where the referee counted 3, but Hogan's shoulders up were 2, and was the twin referee, Earl Hebner, who looked like Dave Hebner, but both of them were twins. And then when Andre won the match, he surrendered with the title to Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. But then WWE President Jack Tunney voided the title change, saying that a champion cannot surrender his title to another person that made the title vacant. Got DiBiase mad. The original storyline was DiBiase was supposed to win the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 4, but those plans were changed, and it was a tournament, and DiBiase made it to the finals, but he lost it to Macho Man Randy Savage because Savage was promised WWE Intercontinental Championship at that same event for the main event, again beating the Honky Tonk Man, but the Honky Tonk Man refused to do the job. So as a reward, Macho Man was given the WWE Championship. That got DiBiase mad, and then he had a feud with Savage for most of 1988. Then he was in mid-card feud, but around that time, he purchased his own belt, the $1 Million belt, and that was probably one of his greatest achievements, the $1 Million belt. It wasn't recognized as an official WWE Championship, but it got Ted DiBiase over as a major heel. And he had feuds with Jake the Snake Roberts, the Big Boss Man, Dusty Rhodes, his own bodyguard Virgil, who turned face in 1991, which that was not the greatest feud for DiBiase. And Rowdy Park, but by the early 1992, Ted DiBiase went into the tag team ranks, teaming with Erwin R. Shyster, also known as ILS, and they became Money Incorporated. They quickly became the WWE Tag Team Champions. They had Jimmy Hart as their manager, and they had 3 title reigns as WWE Tag Team Champions. Towards the summer of 1993, Ted DiBiase gave his notice to the WWE, and he dropped to Razor Ramon at SummerSlam 1993, left the WWE to wrestle in Japan, but a couple of matches in Japan, he injured his neck and he couldn't wrestle again. And then by January 1994, he was back with the WWE as an announcer and a manager. He was a pretty good heel announcer and manager. He was kind of the replacement to Bobby the Brain Heenan, who left for WCW. And Ted DiBiase was good at that. He managed the $1 Million Corporation, who was in it was Nikolai Volkov, King Kong Bundy, Bam Bam Bigelow, Tatanka, Karma, IRS, Psycho Sid, 1-2-3 Kid, and the ringmaster Steve Austin before he became Stone Cold. And Ted DiBiase was good at that role, but eventually they wanted to groom him to be a manager on the road full time to help out Sid. And he didn't really want to go out on the road. He felt comfortable with announcing and managing at TV tapings. By 1996, he left the WWE to go to WCW to become like the mouthpiece for the NWO and did some commentary, but then he hated the politics of WCW, how it was run, so he was on the sidelines getting paid money. Afterwards, Ted DiBiase would, kind of leave wrestling because he became a born-again Christian, but he showed up once in a while on WWE TV. He became a member of the Hall of Fame in 2010, and Ted DiBiase's character was very good. One of the best heels of all time in the WWE. The character that Vince McMahon created was one of the best characters ever. Everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Alright, that's the end of my blogs for the night. Hope you enjoyed them. This is Rich signing off for the night. I'll be back again tomorrow with at least 3 to 6 blogs. Depends what it's about, okay? This is Rich signing off for the night. Good night, everybody.